hello, people of the internet.
Cherry.
Singular person of the internet.
Now that she has, like, internet from time to time now, which is, like, so fucking hype.
Yes.
Okay, so we're here to answer your 29
many questions
or whatever.
We won't be answering all 29 because some of them are...
Some of them are for plot. So
yeah, some of them are for plot, so obviously we're not going to be answering those.
Should we put the questions up on the screen as we answer them?
We should have probably thought of that before.
Yeah, no, here, I'll just do that really quick. No, I can do it.
I can do it. I can do it.
I can do it.
Okay.
I can do it. You just type.
No, I can do it.
Text. And then you type from here.
But no, I've just got to... We can do it easier.
Oh, you could just click that button? Yeah. Oh, I didn't know that.
Let me not do that. Where is the...
Notepad?
Notepad? I don't even know what we...
Oh, there we go.
There we go. There's our notepad. I guess I guess we'll just let's do like that.
Yeah, and I guess we'll just erase it as we go.
Yeah. So.
Oh, that works. That works. Kind of in the middle. Damon doesn't have a face anymore because it's too big.
So let me just.
He's also too big.
Transform. Center the screen. I'll move it slightly up.
Oh, there we go. So now you can see Damon's face. Yes. Okay. Okay. So question 1: what is Snacks and Bees' relationship like since their parents both run the honey distributing companies? Are they rivals? I'm
gonna tweak this slightly as we talk.
That's a complicated question.
I think most of these are gonna be kind of complicated.
A lot of these are super complicated. Not to make you feel bad. It's kind of like, oh, that's complicated. Okay, so bees. No. Okay, so
you know this is gonna be good if she can't even find her words.
I keep laughing because it's stupid. Okay, so Bees knows of Snacks, and she thinks they're like not like best friends, but she thinks they're like friends.
They're borderline best friends.
Yeah, she's like, oh, Barreled. That's his name that he is called by people.
That's his birth name.
That's his birth name. That's what she calls him. His birth name is Barreled because I'm a dumbass and I'm bad at names. She's like, oh yeah, me and him are really good friends.
Barold.
It's like Harold, but with a B.
Yeah,
it's very stupid. Yes.
So for here, we'll just what is? Yes.
Barreled and Bees.
Yes.
Barreled and Burgundy.
Yeah. There are their actual.
Legal
names, legal first names.
Yes, that's his legal name.
That's the funniest thing. Nobody calls bees.
No,
ever.
Nobody calls her that in
like
canon.
Ever.
No, but that's exclusively what we call her.
That's exclusively like an out of canon name.
Thing.
Yeah.
But
in case you were confused on that
nobody calls her Bees.
Yeah, nobody has ever called her that like in verse. That's not even like a nickname. That's like it's purely what we call her.
Okay. So yeah, Bees, from her understanding, is that her and Barreled are not rivals. Like, they're good friends, in fact.
Yes.
What can I share of this?
Well, you can say that.
Okay, yeah, okay.
I mean, it's not a big secret.
Okay, so Snacks' parents' company is basically like
not doing too hot.
No, and it's getting fucked by Burgundy's parents' companies. Like, let's be frank.
Yeah, because they're just doing better.
They've always done really well, and even more recently, like they've just been taking their business away. Basically, like it's hard to explain because it's business to business shit. But basically, the Bees' parents' business is doing really, really well, and Snacks' parents is not. So Snacks kind of resents her, but not actively. He's just kind of like, I don't really like her because she's kind of ruining my life.
Yeah, her family is kind of like getting in my family's way, and therefore I don't really appreciate her.
Yeah, no. So he doesn't really like her all that much, but it's not like he hates her guts or anything. He's just like, oh,
he doesn't dislike her personally. It's just that like he doesn't think they're friends.
No, and he doesn't like being called by his real name anyway, so that's also another thing. He doesn't like being called
she exclusively does that.
Yeah,
because, of course.
Why would I call you Snacks? That's not a name.
That's not your name. That's not even a name.
Why would you do that? Because she's very literal-minded.
Yes.
But yeah, no. So, short answer, it's complicated. Are they rivals? Not really.
No. At least not.
Not in the strict sense of the term.
No. See, because, like, I'll just unselect this. But, like, he doesn't consider her a rival, more like kind of like
an antagonist in his life.
Yeah,
like
she's not so much a rival as like kind of like antagonistic, like you said. Like
yes,
not antagonistic in that she's like being mean to him, but like relatively like if it's like, well, if he had like a person who he didn't like, or who would like antagonize him in life, like it's technically her,
even though she doesn't know it. Yeah, so, no. Like, so it's very indirect on both parties.
Yeah. But again, she has no clue about this, because she has absolutely no clue about anything about what her parents' current job is, or any previous jobs. Wink, wink, nudge,
wink,
nudge.
Wink, nudge, nudge. She doesn't have any idea.
She doesn't have any idea about any of that. So.
And Snacks is very painfully aware, and that's where the disconnect comes in.
I enjoy Sakiko stepping right on Rolly's foot. That's good.
Yes, I like that too. But yeah, no, that's the answer to that.
Yes.
And that took 80 years to answer, because I kept laughing because it's so funny.
Well, I mean, that's all right.
Because their relationship's just funny.
That's all right. Okay, so that was 6 minutes. We answered one question of 30.
Well, that's better than actually, no, I won't. Yeah, no, that's better than some other things.
Yeah.
Okay. Did Alicia bring her VHS tapes to Trinity? Hell yes, she did.
Yes.
Are they on public display? No. They're kept in her room on a shelf, like a big wall. Like, she didn't bring all of them, because in her bedroom, it's like one whole wall is covered in a big fucking bookshelf with all her tapes. She didn't bring all of them, so she brought like a minorly like I'm assuming like some kind of thing that, I don't know if the room would come with a bookcase or something, and she just fills that with her fucking tapes. Like, she didn't bring all of them, but she brought a lot of them.
She probably brought them.
So no, they're not on display, but you can see them in her room. They are in her room, and she did bring them.
Yeah.
Does Cecilia know her bio mom?
Yes. End of story.
Yes, she's painfully aware of who her mother is. She has not spoken to her mother since she was like 6 or 7, I want to say.
She does not like her mother.
She doesn't like her mom.
No. I know somebody who does like her mom, but that's for later.
That's for later.
That's for later. That's for way later. Okay.
What was the accident that caused Cora to lose his horn?
I guess we can share that.
We can share that. Okay, so basically, this is the story for now, and I think I'm going to keep it this way. Basically, the way that we planned it out was that when Koro and Kaimana met, like, they were like, what? How old were they? Like 5?
Younger. No, they were a little older than that.
It's like 7?
Like,
It's
like
7, 8. 7 or 8,
probably.
yeah. They're like 7 or 8, and they were kids when they met. And basically, like, Koro is trying really, really hard to befriend her. Her and her dad are visiting Koro's parents' place, and the parents are kind of talking, getting acclimated with each other because they're like new neighbors and shit.
Yeah. And
Koro is trying to be really, really friendly with Kaimana, the way that he does. And I forget what causes this, but she eventually gets mad at him and like pushes him.
Yeah.
And he falls directly on his horn, and so it doesn't like break in the sense that like you could just like chip it off. Like, it breaks in like the center. And it breaks down to its root, and that's why it doesn't regrow. Because it got damaged in such a way that it can't regrow.
Yeah. So it's basically it's gone.
It's gone. There's a little nub there under his hair, but you obviously can't see it.
No.
But yeah, no. And she still thinks about it. It bothers her a lot.
No, it doesn't. Why would it bother her? She doesn't even like that guy.
Yeah, it doesn't bother her at all.
No, not at all. Not in the least. This next one is kind of,
What's Katherine's relationship like with Nico? I'd imagine...
that's not how you say it.
Nico, sorry. Yes. Nico. What is Katherine's relationship like with Nico? And for that matter, I'll also answer what his relationship was like with Catalina. From my understanding, this is going to obviously be changed. With Nico, I think that he's not nearly as close with her as he is with, Kato. But they both have their interest in battling, and so I think that would be something.
They at least have like something in common.
Yeah, no, I don't imagine they hang out much. No. But like, it's not like he's scared of her or anything, or like he doesn't like her. No, he definitely likes her. And as for Catalina, he fears her like someone would fear their mother. Like he loves Catalina, obviously, but like he's very much like he looks after Cato. That's his main thing, and he's always like, oh, you know, you got to stop acting like a fucking brat. You know, Catalina's gonna get us in trouble, or like what you do reflects on me, and Catalina's gonna kill us. That kind of shit.
Yeah.
Like, he refers to her as if he would refer to a mother, so that's kind of their relationship, I think. Because he's very irresponsible as an older brother, but he tries. I'd imagine him and Catalina
It's the irresponsible leading the irresponsible.
Yeah, basically. They do get along, though. I want to stress that he gets along very, very well with both of his sisters. He loves both of them. But with one, it's like he isn't that close with her because they don't have a lot in common. And with Catalina, like, he sees her more as a mother. So he's not close with her.
Even though they could not be more twin sisters.
Yes.
Yes.
But yeah, so that's kind of that. So yeah, he does love his sisters, but he's closer with Cato than he is with either of them. But that's just because, you know, boys.
Yeah. All right. This next one I can answer. Short answer. She kicked his ass.
Yes.
I mean, that is the shortest answer that I can give.
Basically, it was. Did you want to explain this one?
Yeah, I can explain this because they're both mine. So.
Yeah.
Basically, in short, what happens is that they have a fight at one point, like an official fight, where she beats him for the title, basically,
of Junior Division League champ.
Yeah.
In Unova.
And he's probably had it for like a while. Because he's pretty good at what he does. But she beats him, and
it's like a curb stomp battle.
Yeah,
like she fucking annihilates this dude.
And,
like it's no contest.
And he cannot understand
why
what went wrong. And there's a good reason why it went wrong, which we'll get to.
Yes,
when we get to it.
It's great, but yes.
But there's a very good reason why he absolutely got his ass kicked in that particular fight, and he doesn't understand why. But it's basically obvious to anybody else. But that's why he thinks basically that like she borderline must have cheated because of how easily.
Yeah, no, he thinks she cheated.
So,
and he's not the only person that thinks that, and that's all I'll say. He's not the only person with that conspiracy theory.
So, like, that's mainly the reason why that is. It's not because he basically didn't consider her anything when they actually had their fight, because he thought it would be another. He's basically like he's just stupid strong in that like he can basically like walk over anything that like usually like that he faces basically.
Yeah, no, like he's like a fucking like titan. Like it takes 7 men to take him down. Like he's that kind of like guy.
Yeah. But like basically like most of the kids their age that he would normally be fighting, they wouldn't put up like as much of a challenge.
No, because I genuinely think on a one-on-one fight, Ignatius could kick the asses of most of the kids here.
Most of the kids, like the ones that are like professional battlers, probably.
Because I immediately thought of like Alicia, but he has the type advantage.
Yeah, but like most of the other like the professional battlers, like that would be
an even match, but he could wipe the floor with like
if you're just kind of an amateur, like he's probably gonna wipe the floor with you purely because he has the power advantage.
Yeah,
over
no,
you.
He's such a big fucking dude, and he will kick your ass. Like
probably.
He hits like a truck because
yeah.
he's a fucking Darmanitan. They hit like trucks,
and they literally
they can like punch a dump truck.
They can punch
dust.
dump trucks in half. Yeah.
Yes.
So, yeah, dude could suplex a train.
Yeah, he could suplex a train, and I really want to stress that he's a fucking big dude, and he'll kick your ass.
Yeah, so like that's why it like he cannot comprehend why
he lost,
and that's why he has like
borderline like psychoses about the fight.
Yeah,
like it bothers him.
It bothers him greatly that like because basically like it's not like. I don't think it's necessarily like the one time he lost, but it's like it's a big thing that he lost.
Because at least like if he had lost before, he can like rationalize it. He just can't rationalize.
No, he can't rationalize it because like
he's borderline in denial about the match.
No, he is completely in denial about the match because he still claims to be the champion because she shouldn't have won.
Oh yeah, I forgot. He still tells people he's the champion.
because he totally thinks that she shouldn't have won, and therefore she is his rival. Because,
yes. But it's totally one-sided.
It's completely
if you ask Candace who Ignatius is, she'd be like, who? And it's it's the big dude you fought in the battle. She's like, what? That fucking idiot? Okay.
What? Like she doesn't. It's a completely one-sided rivalry.
Like if Ignatius were to be like, I'm Ignatius Stanford, I'm gonna fuck you. He's like, who the fuck are you?
I think if he said that to anybody, they'd be scared.
Well, Candace would be scared, but she'd be like, "What the fuck did I do?"
Yes, but yeah, that's that one. As for this next one, it's another one for me. Yeah, to answer your second question first. Yeah, she lives exclusively with her father right now because her mother is as we say in the business, dead.
She's joined the choir invisible.
Yes, to put it
mildly.
More mildly, but yeah. So that's the short answer. I haven't like
firmly decided
like what exactly it is. But basically, like it was some sort of accident, and it was very sudden.
It was extremely sudden. That's what we want you to know.
Which is why she probably has a little bit of trouble with that one.
Yeah,
not really over it because it was just very, very sudden, and yeah, it's caused a couple issues here and there. But
her father is the best character, though. Just so you know.
Yes.
Single Dad's Club. He's the best.
Yes.
You really like him. He's funny.
Yes. I think that's that one.
Yeah, that's that one.
That one's a lot shorter than the previous one. But,
okay, why is Kichiryu...
We discussed this one off screen.
Yeah, we discussed this one off screen just to make sure that... Because I was like, do you know why? And Kevin's like, I think so. Okay, so basically, I will give you a very, very long answer, which I can sum up in, like, 2 words, but, like, I will give you a very long answer. He is, as you know, or hopefully you know, he's the son of a Yakuza clan leader. He is currently kind of the leader of the clan at this point. It's kind of, because it's a long story. But his father is this really big, threatening fucking dude. And he's also a Togedemaru. And he's got the ears and he's got the cheeks. But he's a big fucking burly, scary-looking dude. So that's not, like, the first thing you'd notice about him. You'd be like, oh shit, he's this fucking grizzled guy, Yakuza guy, he's gonna fucking kill me. With Kichiryu, on the other hand, he's got the baby face, right? He's got the cheeks and the ears, and it's much easier to pick that out because he's 5'0".
Yeah.
So that's why he kind of has the coat that kind of covers his cheeks, and he's got his hair is long and it covers his ears, because he already isn't that threatening looking because he's very small, and that would kind of decrease his menace a little bit. And that's basically So that's the long answer, but the short answer is that it just makes him look doofy. Yeah. Like he's just kind of self-conscious of himself like that.
Yes.
A heel wrestler is the opposing. Okay, in wrestling, there's, like, baby faces, right? Which are the good guys, or faces, and then heels, which are bad guys.
It's basically just a bad guy in wrestling. They basically just, like...
They act like assholes. They cheat.
They purposely, like, act like assholes because you want the good guys to beat them, from my understanding. Like,
yeah.
We say... We actually know nothing about this sort of thing, but, like... From what we've heard, through the grapevine, that's the bottom line here. Is basically they just they kind of act like assholes, and they're the kind of like things where you want the good guys to beat them.
So heels purposefully draw boos from the crowd, insult the town they're playing in. or wrestling in. They
might as well just be playing because it's all.
Yeah, it's fake.
Yeah.
But they draw boos from the crowd. They do anything they can to seem despicable and mean, and so that's where GE kind of gets her personality from. Is why she's kind of a really loud, rude asshole. Is because that's how heel wrestlers act.
Yeah. So that's
that is in short. They're the bad guys of wrestling.
All right. So this one.
Okay, so I need to kind of explain what's going on here, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a character named Kilohana, and then there's a character named GE. It's like an April-May situation. I don't mean to step on your toes. It's kind of similar.
Ow.
Kilohana is the base person. She is the actual human. That's rude. But you know what I mean. Like, she is the person, and then
Well, she was there first.
She was there first.
Literally.
Yeah. What kind of happened was that Kilohana.
Sorry, Damon.
Sorry, Damon. Kilohana kind of had this ambition to become a battler, but she is very timid and she's very like meek. Like you could pour hot soup on her lap and she'd apologize to you.
Much like me.
Yeah.
And
So she's that kind of person.
Flat.
Like she'll apologize for inconveniencing you, like kind of, or for you inconveniencing her rather. Eventually, kind of this wrestler persona came about when she puts on the mask and she's got like the belt thing, and she becomes Grey Excellence, which is the wrestling persona that is the separate character. That is the April to her May. Did I get that right? Or the May to her April. Does that have the first
No,
name?
the April to her May.
Yeah, the April to her May. And
well, see, I don't know because I don't know which technically is the base one, if you will.
April, because May is the depressed one.
No, it's the other way around.
You know what I meant. No.
Is the sunny form the sun?
The sunny form is the person.
Is the default one?
Yes.
Okay.
The depressed one is the one that's the personality. I'm like 98% sure on that.
Okay, well in that case, it's the April to her May.
Yeah, it's the April to her May. Okay.
to Kilohana.
GE to Kilohana.
Yeah.
So GE is her own person. I want to make that clear. She is. So when Kilohana puts on that mask, she becomes GE, for all intents and purposes. Next question. Do they share memories? No. They don't. But they share general feelings about people. Like, let's just say Kilohana is, like, best friends with, she goes to Booster, I don't know, who's somebody random. Sakiko. Let's just say her and Sakiko are friends. GE wouldn't remember that, but she would look at Sakiko and be like, oh, well...
We're friends.
We're friends, I guess. Like, she would be like, oh, I don't want to be as mean to you. I don't know why, but I don't want to be as mean to you. Like, I'll spare you some insults today or something, you know? Yeah. So that's kind of how that works. So Kilohana, we don't have art for her yet, but she has a different shirt that she wears. Because she wears the wrestling thing under her clothes, but she has a shirt she wears over it, and we haven't gotten around to drawing that yet.
I haven't, I'm sorry.
But,
I'm lacking, as always.
Yeah, no, there's definitely, hold on. I have the ref for her shirt, if you want to put that up really quick.
Hold on, I have it.
Do you have it?
Yeah, I have it. I just gotta add it.
Yeah. Because there's a ref for it, and it's her normal shoes and shorts and stuff. Oh, and for the Halloween art, if you've noticed the Kilohana art, her hair's, like, not crazy. That's also her thing. And her nails aren't long. Like, that's a GE thing.
Yeah, it's like a cat.
It's like a cat thing, yeah. She can extend her nails, Kilohana, if she wanted to, but she never would, because why would she pick a fight with anybody?
I guess she's actually under the other name, but yeah, here is the
shirt.
Shoit.
There's the shirt.
The shirt.
So it's basically got the... Oops.
I canceled it.
Oh, well.
Oops.
It's got the ruffles at the top, and it's got the colors and shit, yeah.
I'm sorry.
Don't ask me why I went with yellow. I just wanted her to have a yellow shirt. So yeah, and to answer the other part of the question, Kilohana goes to school, and Kilohana works at the daycare. GE should not be allowed to work near kids. I think she would scare them.
Yeah, probably. We'll see. We'll see. That's the thing is that like you said that like kids do like her, but she probably shouldn't literally be around kids.
Yeah, no. But yeah, that's kind of the distinction there. I'm sure that's confusing, but like I'll make her video eventually, and then
we'll get to that. All right. Well, I'm gonna
very long and complicated answer there.
Pop this back in here, and then we're gonna go on to question number 11.
Yes.
Yes.
He didn't.
Short answer, yes. Long answer, yes.
He didn't start out that way.
Yeah. He wasn't the one that started it.
I think I mentioned this in Castor's video, but I'll just mention it again. Basically, him and Amanita started out as friends, but then in second grade, Amanita started acting really weird, and so she started getting picked on. And Castor started getting picked on because he was hanging out with Amanita,
and basically turned on her.
Yeah. So that's kind of where the bad blood comes in there.
Yes.
Because Castor mentioned in the Boat RP, before Amanita even existed, that he was kind of the bully that got picked on by other bullies, and that's sort of where that comes from. Or sort of how I incorporated that into his actual backstory. It just fit really well. Yeah. So yeah, he bullies Amanita and some other weaker kids, and then he also gets picked on. Yes. It's a circle bullying.
Possibly partially by her, but that's another story entirely. All right. This one we're gonna have to save for another day. Because,
we're gonna have to come back to
because
that.
we haven't fully figured that one out. Even we're gonna have to really sit down and we're gonna have to figure that one out because it's complicated and because we've had a lot of shifts and we've added a bunch of characters. You've added a bunch of characters. We've all moved around characters. We're gonna have to really sit down and refigure that one out. But we're gonna get to that, and we're gonna get to that soon, so we can go ahead and deal with that. But yeah, that'll be its own. We'll probably need to make a video on that, talking about who goes where and who does what and whatever. So we'll figure that out. All right.
Would Egelhard and Adna's parents work together? If Adna was from Unova, I don't see why not.
Well, he's not. So that's the thing is that like because I think he's from if I'm not wrong, Johto.
I think he's from Johto. Yeah, because Egelhard's dad works in Unova.
Yeah, so like possibly, but like probably not like all the time. Like they would like it could be that they had worked together in the past, but like probably
they could be aware of
probably
each other.
Probably not a constant thing, or at least like they might be part of the same like
conglomerate.
Yeah, they might. Yeah, maybe, but probably like work together like very closely and all the time. Probably not, because there's just like the country difference.
And all that shit.
Yeah, so that's a maybe. They could. I'm not sure how likely it would be, but it's definitely possible. So, would I don't know. Could definitely.
Yeah,
like,
could
they
definitely. Why not?
So.
Oh Christ! I was looking at this question while you were talking.
Oh shit!
Like, I don't fucking know.
You saw the storm hanging.
Yeah.
You were like this.
Oh
this
Jesus!
Is a,
I don't
this
know.
Is a big one.
Most of them want to be battlers. I don't know.
Yeah, a lot.
I haven't thought about it that hard.
I think for a lot of them, I'm gonna like specific cases. Like we can highlight specific ones, but for most of them, I think something related to battling seems to be a fair guess for the main goal. Whether it's like professional, like globally, or like countrywide, or region-wide, or whatever what have you.
Yes.
I think that's the end goal for most kids, if not just like be a part of whatever business the parents have. Like that covers about like 90%.
I would say 90% of characters just take over the family business.
The family business or become
like the only character I can think of where that kind of isn't the case is like Lin, because he kind of has a similar thing to Flame going on.
Yeah,
Flame going on, where like he's royalty to like funny foreigner land. And...
So I guess we just answered that one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, she's royalty to an island that is.
We gave you a freebie plot.
Yes. But she was established, so that was hard.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
But yeah, Lin is from a funny foreigner land, and he's the king.
Yeah. I'm trying to think, like, going through my characters. Is there anybody specifically that has, like, an aspiration that's different than what you would expect from them?
Yeah, because I'm looking at the characters here, and they're all mine, and I'm like, Kelly wants to be a battler, Castor wants to be a battler, Alicia wants to be a battler, Cecilia, I'm not sure, actually. Maybe battling? I don't know.
Maybe. See, but like, and then, like, if she's not, then, like, family business, maybe?
What is her oh, right. Maybe.
See, because that's the thing, is that, like,
her dad
for 90% of the characters, that would be the safe bet.
Yeah.
Because, again, like, looking at some of these other ones, like, yeah, but most of them I would go with battling. Then you have people like Kishiryu, who's, like, obviously, it's family business.
Yeah, that's the family business.
Yeah, it's a good family business you're running there, but yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the general answer. Case by case, it may vary.
Oh, you kind of got rid of the question as we were talking about it. 14.
Oh, because it went back to some questions. Oops. Slash, what are they looking to gain? Mostly, it's
the notoriety of going to Trinity.
Yeah, I think it's somewhere between, like, the notoriety of going to the specific schools slash just general, like, battling knowledge, experience,
world learning
about that kind of thing. Like, there's a couple characters who basically go because they need to go to a school, and they're just kind of want some important school cred.
Yeah, so some of it's not really like much beyond that.
Yeah, I don't think most.
Mostly it has to do with, like, oh, it's this prestigious school that opened.
Yeah, it's the prestige and the it's either prestige or the knowledge for basically every character, I'd say.
Now I have to explain it because I'm laughing. No, I have this stupid character roulette thing in front of me, and a character came up called Ted Tonate, and he looks like a bomb deactivator.
Oh my god.
Like detonate?
That's terrible.
Sorry. I was just fucking laughing at that.
Oh my god. But yeah, I think that covered, like, I have to really think about specific cases. If we have specific cases where that is different, we will bring it up in their character videos, but for at least the two that you've covered, I think pretty safely you can say that they want to follow after their parents.
Yeah.
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 Which I mean is battling in both cases, but
yeah, absolutely. So that's kind of that.
But so, like, if we come across a character where we're like, oh, this character would, like, want something else. Can I have a sip of your drink?
No.
I finished mine.
No. Why would you? No.
I mean, I got to drink this cherry Coke.
Yeah, I saved it specifically for this video. I really did. Because it's the last one in the house. We can't go shopping anymore because the fucking world is ending.
Yeah, the world is kind of ending. Oops.
But okay.
Yeah, so I think that's, again, if we come across one where that's not the case, we will probably highlight it in their character video. I
would say that's a safe bet. Yeah.
Yeah. So, for now, the general answer is just battling / family business, and for the second half, it's battling knowledge or prestige. It is the final hour.
I already claimed.
Oh, you did?
For the thing, yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. We're talking about the bot, by the way.
Okay, good.
All right.
One of my friends got the character for me.
You were gonna get to this one in the video, right?
Yes, but I can talk about it now.
You want to briefly touch on it, at least?
Yeah. Sorry, I got distracted. Okay, so, Cassandra. What wasn't Cassandra like? Okay. So...
a normal, ordinary child.
Oh, yeah, you wish.
No, you said, what wasn't she like?
What wasn't she like? Yeah, no, it definitely wasn't normal. Okay, so how much can I say here without giving this away? Okay.
You know it's gonna be good when she says that.
Oh, what can I say? Okay. So, she kind of, okay. She, I don't know, can you answer this?
No.
Can you? No, you
That's
can't
your
answer
character.
this. Oh, shit. Okay.
And as a literal child, I don't think I've
That you've
seen,
never seen? No.
I've seen her in action, because, like,
No.
we dabble in some,
Backstory stuff just to see what happens, but, okay. So from my... Okay, so this is kind of hard to answer because she kind of has, like, a weird... Like, it's like she has very weird, like, erratic personality where, like, at certain bits of her life she acts, like, completely different than other parts of her life. She's a very inconsistent person. And that's not to say that I don't know what she acts like. I know exactly what she acts like, but it's a very difficult question to answer because I can't give a lot of context. But, okay. So, let's break it up like this. So Cassandra. I thought I said Alicia by accident. Cassandra's parents are really overbearing. The way that Cassandra tried to raise Alicia is the way that she was, like, quote unquote successfully raised. Very, very overbearing, very kind of strict and awful and hellish. So she kind of is a very weird case where it's like, as a child, she kind of, like, was, like, a good kid, I guess, but then she kind of transitioned into, like, teenage years, kind of. She had, like, this weird, like, rebellious phase, kind of, so she kind of acted out a lot, and she was basically a really big brat, and that's kind of a bit of what you see in the story with her and Laurel as like, 16-year-olds, where, like, she is being a gigantic fucking brat. But at the same time, she's got a softer side, but she doesn't really show that to people, and she only really kind of lets that part out to Brontez, and she meets him, I think they're like 15 when they meet, or something like that. They're like 15 when they meet.
Roughly in that ballpark.
And her relationship with him made her more somewhat normal, I guess. So she's more normal with him, at least. But yeah, to answer your question, the way she acts to everybody kind of depends on what age we're talking here. And obviously as an adult, she's a fucking disaster. I don't need to tell you that. Well, okay, no. A better way to answer that is when she's an adult, she's a sadder Alicia, if that makes any sense. Like, she's...
But how could that be?
Like, she's bigger Alicia and sadder. Like, I don't know how else to better describe that. Like, they're eerily similar in that way. Like, it was kind of my intention, but, like, they really are a lot alike in action when she's not being psychotic. It's really difficult because it's hard to talk about her, but in short, a disaster. She was a disaster.
Yeah, I think that about sums that one up.
Yes.
All right, now we get to my favorite section of this, which is
skipping over.
No, we're not gonna skip. We're gonna do questions for plot, which means that
we're gonna answer this to the best of our abilities.
I'm gonna answer this to the worst of my abilities. So, how'd it say? Lose his arm? A shark ate it. It's flame royalty? Probably not. How to get her scars on freak fireworks accident. Plot will maybe send you your bios if you're good this year. All right. Anyways, what is our complete class list? I don't think it's changed.
No, it has not changed. However, I wanted to add some kind of like botany class maybe for like the greenhouse.
Just to do something in the greenhouse maybe, but
because we have a greenhouse and we don't do anything with it. But other than that,
basically it's still the same. Do you want to read down the list? Just as a refresher. Yeah, class list is right there.
I can absolutely do that. Hold on.
Just as a little refresher. We might as well. But yeah, by the way, none of those answers that I gave on Plot's questions are remotely true. I pulled those completely out of my ass.
Yeah, no.
Plot needs to answer those himself.
Yeah, Plot will. I hope Plot will address them at some point. Probably in a Let's Play video. He'll address.
Yeah,
that.
he might do that.
Yeah. How long are we going for this?
Until we're done, I guess.
No. How long have we been going?
How long have we been going? This is almost 40 minutes.
Oh Jesus! Okay.
We're just gonna tell Plot that we give bullshit answers to the questions meant for him, and then
we spent 20 minutes on your questions, answering them for you to the worst of our abilities.
to the worst. No,
and then I rambled about my characters for a while.
I think that was about 20 seconds that we spent on the Plot
questions.
I just came up with bullshit.
Okay. The classes are science. Shop class, which is wood and metal shop. It used to be 2 classes, now it's just 1 class.
Yeah, we just combined them.
Why would you only take 1?
Yeah, every character who took the classes.
I think there was
both.
1 character who took only 1 class, but I was like, why would you do that?
Yeah, so we just combined them because why not?
Environment, health, history, math, English, language arts. English is reading, language arts is writing. Family and consumer sciences, which is cooking, sewing, that kind of shit. Art, music, battling, and gym. And that's it so far. And that's it. And I wanted to get in some kind of botany, gardening kind of class.
Yeah, maybe.
That's kind of related to environment, I guess, but it's slightly different.
But that's for Trinity, obviously. For what?
Fuck, I don't know.
For what Booster has, most of the classes that are the just the study subjects. So science, environment, health, history, math, English. Language arts, probably, all of those are definitely covered.
I don't think Booster would have any electives.
No.
And then just, battling.
Definitely no wood metal shop. I don't think SDS, I don't think art. Or music, necessarily. I mean, I guess you could if you really wanted to yourself.
Yeah, no, if you want to figure out
but there's
the
no
booster,
class for it.
No.
If you want to be I want to put together a band. This is the subplot of Booster, by the way. This is that really one of the characters forms a band.
I mean, there is the video game club that Snacks and RV will make at some point.
Yeah, so you can do stuff like that, but I don't think it has any of the classes. So, but it does have battling. It might. I mean, at that point, it might as well have gym. So
yeah,
it might have that one. But yeah,
Saida also teaches gym. She's the worst gym teacher.
Yes.
You have a doctor's note. Fuck you.
Your doctor's note. I'm a doctor, and I think he can do just fine. Now get back to class. So, for the record, again, science, environment, math, health, history, English. I got tripped up. Language arts, sure, and then battling and gym.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, there you go.
Oh my god, I just realized
21.
something.
What?
I'm missing somebody on my Trinity list. Keisha's not there.
It's true.
How long have you noticed that?
For a while, but I didn't want to point it out. I didn't want to make you feel bad.
I forgot about Keisha.
The best part is when I point out that you're also missing a booster character.
Oh fuck, who am I missing?
You're not missing anybody. I just wanted to see your reaction.
Kick your ass. Okay. How often do you guys think the duo battles take place? Annually? You're okay, good question. Annually. However,
well, the big
ones, yeah, the big ones are once a year.
But you can basically just have them. I think every so often people have one, or you can challenge people to have them. Or
yeah, no, it's pretty flexible. I think.
Yeah, it's basically how. I think for certain sports that are similar to this,
yeah,
boxing and stuff. You can set up matches to fight people.
Yeah, if one day a battler got a wild hair up their ass and was I challenge you to a duel, they could just do that.
Yeah, they can just do that. But the big tournaments, especially the really big tournament, the one that was the
quad regional tournament happens once a year.
Yeah, definitely. And I imagine they'd have regular tournaments also spread throughout.
Yeah,
the year.
Exactly. We've never really gone into
it's like normal sports, how you have various
Like in the Super Bowl and the playoffs, and then you have like the normal stuff.
Well, no, that's kind of different because that's like different like things leading up to like one big thing in the end. It's more like you know how with tennis they have like, or like there's other sports that do that too. They have like multiple tournaments throughout the year, and there's not one that's like the really big one. It's like all different tournaments that people can sign up for, like all over the world. Basically, like if there's probably like tournaments going on all over the place, like at most times a year, and you could probably like sign up for whatever ones you want as long as you qualified for them. And as long as you qualify, you can be in them, and well, which is what qualifying for a tournament means. But yeah, basically, like it's just like they happen fairly often, but the big tournaments, like the one that was like. Again, the
quad regional tournament,
that one is only once a year.
That's only once a year.
See, because I imagine most individual tournaments, they only happen once a year.
Yeah.
But you have different tournaments happening at different times.
And I'd also I'd imagine that if you were to have like really good world building note. You want to write this down?
No, I mean it's a video. We're recording it literally.
But you want to write down like the names. Okay, I'll just say it.
I don't know what you're about to say.
Okay, so the Japan regions, they're the quad regions. Okay. They're the quad regions.
Okay, so Japan.
That's just Japan, the Japanese regions.
That would be Kanto, Johto, Hoenn, Sinnoh. Would be.
They're called the quad regions
because there's 4 of them.
Yes. Okay. And then below that, this cola is making me burp. Sorry. It's very uncomfortable. It's okay. And then you have the USA, which that is Or and Unova and oh god, what else? Alola. Thank you.
There you go.
They're known as the United Triad
because
United States.
Yeah.
And then you have the European nations.
Hold
you
on.
have
If you give me one.
Oh shit! I forget what the other one was called.
I don't know, but Europe.
Yeah, it was Europe.
Which is, and possibly this one,
and
maybe.
Fior.
Because apparently it's not, like, it used to be that people thought it was based on, like, a part of Italy, but apparently they went back on that, and it's just, like, another part of Japan, but...
Oh my god, I don't remember what it was called.
Caddy said fuck it to that one.
Yeah, it's Italy. Fuck you. It's
No, I didn't see. I was gonna write it down, but I didn't know what you were gonna say.
Quad region. No, pass me. Damn it.
Avoiding that one. Could you look up?
Oh, it's hold on. Is that what I went with?
I guess so.
I thought I was gonna call it I thought I called it the Trio Union.
Probably.
It's the Trio Union, yeah. As a plan word to the European Union. I know Galar isn't in the European Union anymore. I know, okay?
They had the Dexit.
They had the Dexit, yes, but those are the names, the colloquial names of Europe, USA, and Japan.
Yeah.
So if you ever need that for world building notes, that is what they're called.
Small, tiny side note here that we have. In the Sinnoh games and in Sinnoh in general, there's a small part that's basically like if you played a game, I think she's
played Gen 4? Yeah, absolutely, I think so.
Yeah, I think so. But in case you don't entirely remember, I'm just gonna Kevin explain it to you real quick. Basically, once you beat the game, there's an area that you can go to. There's 3, in quotes, like, cities there. And it's, like, northeast of the mainland of Sinnoh. We found out, while we were doing research on various things, that is actually a part of Russia.
So that is where Susie and Violetta are from.
Because we initially made them because we thought it would be funny if they were funny foreigners from
Russia.
Russia,
Mother Russia.
But we didn't have a name for that.
Because we were like, well, Russia doesn't exist.
Well, Russia doesn't exist yet, so we kind of like danced around the subject of
where they were from.
What they were from, but they would technically be from
the battle area.
I think the official name for that is like the battle zone.
Oh, the battle zone. That's it. I called it battle area, but that's technically one of the areas.
It's the fight area, the survival area, and the resort area, I believe.
Yeah.
But together they're the battle zone.
Yeah.
I guess for reasons.
Yeah. So
but that's what that is. So whenever we refer to that, that's basically just like Russia. That's our excuse for having characters that are Russian.
And their parents are fighters. It's an Alolan Golem and a Tsarina.
Because Alolan Golem looks like
Russian.
It's Russian.
He looks like a Russian guy.
And Tsarina has Tsar in it, which is as Russian as you can get, basically.
Yeah, so they say have very thick accents and everything, and their English isn't very good.
Yeah, so there's that.
That's why Violetta doesn't talk much, and Susie talks like I don't know, like stereotypical Russian.
Like a dictionary that just like got into a fight with like a blender.
Yes, basically that's why she talks like that.
But yeah, so there you go.
Yeah, so that's important world building stuff.
That's
there.
our little bit of world building there. Oh no!
What have you done?
Oh no! I'll fix it.
Oh.
I know. I was holding it.
Oh, okay.
For some reason it didn't do it. So that's why I was freaking out. Okay, so that was a question about the when battles take place.
Yes.
Still, we kind of got sidetracked, but there we go.
That's a big spoiler. You're not technically supposed to know that.
I don't know I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah,
there.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Booster's not. Booster's a very respectable company. How dare you accuse it of something like that? That's not. Why would you even think that? I don't know who told you that. I was staring at her, but no, it's all good. But shh, nobody knows that.
Nobody's supposed to know that.
Shh. And why exactly? You'd like to know, wouldn't you?
Yeah, no, we can't tell you that. It's absolutely classified. We can't tell you that.
You'd like to know, wouldn't you? But that's what we're. I mean, we got to leave some things
to the imagination.
Imagination, or as a surprise.
But yeah, no.
It's okay.
Ixnay on the mentioning of Ooster Bay.
Yes. Don't worry. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
But yeah, no, I never explicitly told you that. But yeah, Ixnay.
Yes. No, actually, no. Hold on. Hold the fucking phone. Let's go back up. Back up a second here. Back up a minute.
What?
Why is Booster doing that? Booster's not doing that.
Booster isn't doing that.
Booster isn't doing that. And we're going to leave it at that. Boom. Next question. No more fucking questions.
No more fucking questions.
No more fucking questions. We're just done here. Boom. No more. It still says on screen. No more fucking questions. No, I'm kidding. All right. We thought about this one. If your Pokémon is, let's say, a Ditto, but they didn't know it, would I have to say they're a Ditto, or can I say whatever they're disguised as? So this opens a whole lot of can of worms, because does that mean that one of your characters is, and we don't know it yet? Like, or are you planning to make a character that's that? Because then
I would advise against that, because okay, major vague spoiler here. Like okay, so
let's actually,
okay, I'm not gonna.
I know how to put it.
How to put it.
We very much subscribe to the theory that Ditto, it's a fan theory, yeah, but we very much subscribe to the theory that Ditto and Mewtwo are kind of related.
Like Ditto are failed Mewtwo.
Yeah, basically.
So and here's the thing: if you want to make a character that in the backstory was like kidnapped and fucked with or whatever, or replaced as a clone, they would be whatever species that they were. They would not be a Ditto.
I guess you could technically have a character that is a Ditto if you want them to specifically be a Ditto initially.
I don't know why you would do that, though.
I also don't think that they would be, like, school aid. That would be more for, like, if you wanted to have that, that'd be more for, like, a teacher kind of thing, I think. I don't think any
kid character.
I mean, I guess there could be other Dittos, but, like, we wouldn't advise on doing that, I'd say.
No, because, like, okay.
I wouldn't say we discourage it necessarily, because especially if you want to do, and, like
if this destroys a character for you,
and there could definitely also be other Ditto. There could also just be, like, Dittos in general.
I guess
it's kind of like.
I mean, even for Seeking Luminescence, I have an excuse as to why there's a Ditto there, right? Because I didn't just do it because I wanted to. Like, it's a stupid fucking excuse, but I have one.
Sure, but, like, the thing is that, like, it's not like a hard rule.
It's a very much a soft rule,
and
but
it's based on a thing that's, like, technically not strictly the case or strictly canon. See, the thing is that, like, this never came up, and we were kind of happy that way, so we never really touched it.
No,
but that's basically where we're at, because of course, Mewtwo don't fall out of the sky. They're clearly, I think we mentioned it before,
like it's literally like in verse, nobody knows what the fuck Saito is. Like, if you were like, what Pokemon is she? Like, what is she? Nobody would know.
Mew,
They'd be like, she's a Mew? Because people know what Mew is, but people don't have any concept of what Mewtwo is.
Because it's technically not a thing that's supposed to exist.
And technically speaking, the same thing could be said for, like, Genesect.
Yeah.
Like, people wouldn't fucking know what that is. Like, what is that?
Yeah.
So, yeah, like, if you were to ask a character in verse...
It's kind of weirdness with, like, artificial things.
Pokemon, yeah.
But since we have, like, Mewtwo here in canon, and we know...
where she came from.
Yeah, we know where she came from, and it's, like, not... it's a relatively recent thing, where it wouldn't be, like, public knowledge that this happened, or that's what she is. So that's why people wouldn't know what a Mewtwo is, because they didn't come out and say, like, hey, we made Mew but better, because people don't really know that she's not, just
so that is kind of a quirk,
like anybody else.
A quirk in the way that it's written, that nobody knows what she is. Like, if you were to... she's a Mew, I guess? Like,
yeah. But see, that's the thing, like, most of the time people don't really question that, because it's like... I find that it's not a thing that gets brought up a lot, is like what species people are.
No, because we jest.
In story, at least.
We jest, but Jujinkas can all look very different. Like, you could have
you could have two of the same Pokemon look wildly different.
So that's why people don't tend... That's like, it's more on, like, profiling.
Yeah, it's like yeah.
Like, okay, if you have, like, a Nidorino, right, he's gonna probably be purple. But other than that, they're not really...
and have the ears,
and have the ears, probably. But they don't all do. Or they all, they might look different. So, like, that's kind of why species isn't brought up too much. But, yeah, no, if you were to point blank be like, what is she? People would be like, I guess she's a Mew.
And so, if we're gonna stick with the theory that that's where Ditto came from, then, like... it wouldn't make too much sense unless we went with the, like, it is a Ditto from that batch specifically, because, like, I forget if Ditto is even confirmed to, like, always be artificial, or if, like, they're, like, naturally, like, I don't
think they're naturally occurring. I don't think so.
I always thought that they weren't, but I don't know for sure.
No.
But, like,
I don't think Pokemon's ever touched on it, to be honest.
See, like, for years it seemed that the Ditto
you
Mewtwo
can't breed
thing
it,
was
so...
like canon, but then, like, apparently, like, somebody, like, threw an entire monkey in that, where they're like, that's not canon.
Honestly,
like, they just shut it down, even though it was, like, a very plausible, very interesting theory that actually made a lot of sense. but I guess they just
where the fuck else does it come from?
Threw it out. I don't know.
Like,
and why does it show up in places that either have Mewtwo or are related to Mewtwo? I don't know.
I mean,
it
just
kind of does.
Yeah, I don't.
And also on Route 15, but shut up.
Yeah, no.
Shut up.
Shush. So no. Because okay.
It would be a sticky situation, but I will say, since it doesn't have to like be Ditto specifically, and there could be different Dittos still. Could be. There could be.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of a sticky one, and I don't know if. See, here's the bottom line here is that like, it's a sticky one, and I don't know if we would personally touch it, but if you have the aspiration to, despite everything that we just said, you still really want to do this character, we won't stop you.
Absolutely.
Because like, if you acknowledge everything that we said, and you're like, cool, I can work with that.
But you've got a really banger idea, and you know what you're doing, and it's just coming to you, then do it.
Yeah, like, we're just saying, like, we're gonna have to kind of, like, fidget with it, maybe, or, like...
We're gonna really have to finagle with it.
Or you're gonna have to, like, work to actually, like, have it make sense. But it is possible. And I was trying to think, like, is Ditto the only thing that can transform? And I'm like, well, there's one other thing, and it's Mew, so that doesn't really help.
No.
But...
Zoro and Zoroark kind of can.
Yeah, but it's like a different thing, and you wouldn't... It's not transforming, so you would know that you're not that thing if you're one of those.
No, I know, but still. Yeah.
But, if you do want to do this, I suppose you don't necessarily have to bring it up if you want it to be like... If you want it to be like a twist that, like, this character turns out to be a Ditto, I would advise that you take what we just said into account into making, like, the backstory and stuff. But if you do, I think that would be fine. Right? To go back to the original question. Like, if you're not feeling this.
I would need to see it. It would genuinely be a case-by-case basis.
Okay, so let's answer this differently. If you have a Pokemon that's let's say a Ditto, but didn't know it, you would have to tell Caddy.
No, not me specifically. We would all have to talk it out. Like, because it's not just like you need my consent. Well, because that sounds like I'm the be-all end-all decision maker.
Well,
here.
No, I'm not saying you're the be-all end-all decision maker, but I'm saying that, like, I would be. If you think it out well and, like, you acknowledge what we said and you work with that and you, like, you make sure to, like, not, like, cause any weirdness with anything, or, like, you're like, okay, I can deal with that, then like I'm saying is that, like, I trust you to do this. But if you want to have it run by you, that's fine. Yeah,
no, because okay, I'm gonna be as vague as possible here to talk about a character that I have. Maybe one of the kids, maybe not. I'm not going to specify. I have a character that does not know that they are a replacement clone of themselves. They don't know it. They're not a Ditto, but they are who they are, right? They are that species. But they were at one point, they are a clone of somebody who once existed. Like, they basically were replaced. So they are the replacement, but they don't know that. So if that's something you want to go for, they should just be what species they are. But if you specifically want them to be a Ditto, and that's absolutely what you want to do, I guess that's fine. But I would go for what I did. But then again, I did that. So, I mean, I would have to see it. But I think that if you work it into, like, what we said, then I think it should be fine.
I think to go off of what you said, I think if the thing is that, like, they are not who they think they are, it doesn't have to specifically be Ditto.
Yeah,
right?
That's what I'm trying to say, yeah.
But if you have a character who doesn't know they're a Ditto, but it specifically has to be that they are, then that's fine.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, okay.
That's what I'm trying to say. Because if you want a replacement, like, tomato in the mirror kind of shit, then, like...
Tomato in the mirror?
It's a trope where, like, you realize that like, you are a thing that you're trying to fight against kind of shit.
Oh, okay.
Like, the monster in the mirror kind of shit, yeah. So, yeah, like...
My mouth's really dry, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. So yeah, if that's what you're going for, then they would be what species that they were before. But if you specifically want the thing, that you want the Ditto thing, you can do that. Yeah. But if you're going into it with the other intention of they are a replacement for someone else, then they would just be that species. They would not be a Ditto.
Yeah, they'd probably just be... Because we're at the point where if that technology existed, wink wink nudge nudge, it would probably be like they'd probably have it like perfected to a point where they wouldn't have to
rely on
the having people be replaced by Dittos.
Yes.
So much as like a thing. And if they did, here's what I am going to add. If they did, it would only be as a last resort. It wouldn't be like a permanent solution.
Yes. That's my point I was trying to make.
To replacing. So if this person is here as a long-time replacement, or like as like they've been a Ditto for years, I wouldn't say so. But if it's like they're like, oh well, we want to have this person somewhere, but we don't have the time to like fully replace them. Let's just quickly like throw a Ditto together and like be like, okay, here's your backstory, go.
Yeah, exactly.
Go. This is your motivation.
Again, and again, I don't mean to like destroy this character concept here, but that is what I would stress, is that like that is the line that I would draw between it being one or being the other. But that's me personally. So, if you give me a good enough banger reason, then I would probably go for it.
But so to repeat, like what I said was, it can be if they are a replacement, but it would only be if it's like a last minute thing. Yes. Otherwise, if you have, again, having a character be a Ditto purely because you want them to be a Ditto is fine. Still probably run it by at least Caddy. Mm-hmm. Like I'm fully willing to trust you on that one. If you're like, I got this, good. I trust you.
And it's not that I don't think that you got this, absolutely, but
sure.
I don't...
No, she just wants to, like, have stuff run by her. I mean, I run 90% of my characters by her first. Mm-hmm. And that's just because I want some feedback. And I think it's good to have some feedback. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, like, if you want to go for the twist, then I'm saying this not because, like, I don't want to know or I don't want to help you, but I like to be surprised, so...
Oh, yeah, absolutely don't tell us who it is. Absolutely don't. Which is why I didn't tell you about my character. I left it extremely vague, because I don't want you to know.
So, if you're going to do that, then, like, leave it vague. At least to me, because I like to be surprised and I want to figure it out. And I'm going to be suspicious of every single one of your characters, be like...
It's you, it's fucking you, isn't it? Yes.
It's you, isn't it? It's you, isn't it? Because I do like a good, like... Ooh, who would it be?
Who done it kind of shit. Yeah, no. So definitely don't tell Kevin because he's into that shit.
I'm all for that, and I'm gonna have a time with that. But again, if it has to be a Ditto, it can be. If it doesn't have to be, if you're like I'm just doing this because I want somebody to be replaced, which you can still have the like, ooh, somebody else is like a thing like. Because then the twist is not so much that, like, they're like, oh my god, I'm a Ditto. It's, oh my god, I'm not who I thought I was.
Yeah, no, I'm just something, and the thing that I thought I was, like, doesn't exist anymore.
I think I'm a clone now.
I think I'm a clone now, basically. Yes, I think I'm a clone now.
Yeah. But, so, that's the consensus on that, is that if you want them to be a Ditto, you can. We would advise to keep... what we said about Dittos in this canon in mind.
Yes.
But it is possible.
It's definitely possible.
It's not undoable. It's not like you absolutely can't do this.
And I trust your creative mind in this. I swear to God I do. And I don't want you to think that I don't trust you or that I think that you're gonna...
It's probably better because, again, we after this, we have a bigger story going on.
And we don't want you to stick out, or we don't want, like... you to be not inconvenienced, but you know what I mean. Like, we don't. Yeah, we just want everything to work, but it's not that you're inconveniencing us.
No,
it's that
we want to make sure that everything that you do would work well with what we have.
Yes, and like, we want it to mesh.
We want everybody's ideas to work out.
Exactly.
Because like we wouldn't want anybody to like be like, I have this really good idea, and then we're like, but it clashes with this. Oh no. So we'd rather just, double check it just to be safe and make sure everything works out nicely. I think that's the only
yeah, so that's that. That was a really long-winded answer.
To go back to the original question, if your character is a Ditto and they didn't know it, would you have to say that they're a Ditto, or can you say whatever they're disguised as?
That counts as a spoiler. I would say no.
Obviously, every time that we've had a big spoiler, we haven't explicitly told other people. Even now, at least I have things with characters that are spoilers that she doesn't know about. And she knows, like, 90% of things.
Yes.
But I still have spoilers from her.
Yes.
If it's a spoiler, you don't have to
That's
tell
a spoiler shield at that point. Like, you don't have to tell us.
You don't have
that
to
would be
tell
a
us.
major fucking spoiler, yeah. So that's the spoiler excuse.
So in general, if you have a big spoiler, you don't have to tell us if it's a spoiler.
Yes.
So that is the bottom line. In terms of character creation, see the last,
80 minutes of this.
I was gonna say like roughly 10, 20 minutes.
Yeah, probably, because that was just a super long-winded answer.
Yeah, but I mean, I think it deserved one because it was
absolutely.
a complicated question. All right, so we're gonna move this back in, and we're gonna get back to some shorter ones here. So, oops, okay, there we go. Is she psychic or is she just a super talent forecaster? I will say it's mostly the latter.
Yeah, mostly.
Mostly the latter. Like, subconsciously, maybe a little bit of the former. But she would never admit that, and she insists that it's the
all
latter.
Strictly math. Like, she has spreadsheets and shit.
Yeah, it's
like, she's a maths nerd, basically.
Yeah, she's basically just like a nerd, and she's like, I figured this out. I ran the numbers. This is what the outcome.
It was 3 p.m. on a Tuesday, and it was cloudy outside, so clearly they had the advantage on top of everything else, kind of shit.
Yeah,
wild.
I mean, obviously, right?
Yeah, no, like wild shit, like wild.
So
shit.
that it's mostly a thing, but on occasion, because this isn't a big deal. I can talk about this, but on occasion, if you have if she would be in need of a tiebreaker,
sorry, I tried some dumb bullshit.
She might go off of just a hunch, but she would never admit to that. Basically,
no.
But that is a thing. She might have an occasional that one, but she would never tell anybody that that's how she would have decided it.
No.
That's it's almost like a point of shame. Like, she would never admit that if she did. But yeah, mostly it's just like
so I'm genuinely asking this question as asking it. Like, is it sort of like she has these hunches and then she just uses math to prove it?
She basically mostly it's like she does the math, but if the math is inconclusive, she'll be like, have a stronger feeling for one of them, and then it becomes confirmation bias. It's like, oh yeah, it's this math that I still have to add on top of that. That makes sense.
That's what I said. So she's more or less confirming her hunches with math.
Yes.
Okay, that's really funny.
Yes, it's math, then a hunch, and then as a tiebreaker, and then she's like, oh, but this math, it makes sense because
she's just desperately trying to be like, yeah, this makes sense with math.
But again, she would never admit that she does that. But yeah, that is kind of a thing. But it's mostly just that she knows her stuff.
What kind of food does Suzuki like? Everything.
Yeah, I think that's what you like.
He's literally like a bottomless pit. Like, he'll just eat anything.
He'll just eat anything.
Okay, so I want to specify really quickly what Suzuki does. Basically, so Giraffreak's tails are pretty short. Don't ask me how this works. But he can kind of extend out, and he perches on Asuka. I call him Asu for short. On Asu's shoulder to yap, and And then Asu just stuffs some food in his face and then he leaves. I'd imagine he has like candies or something on him, like something like chewy, so then he just fucks off.
Dog food.
Yeah, like he'll eat anything, it doesn't matter. He has no preference.
He just has to stuff his face and that's it.
And then he'll stop talking. But yeah, that's Suzuki. He'll eat anything.
Because he's well mannered and he doesn't talk with his mouth full.
Yeah, exactly. He doesn't talk with his mouth full. Very well mannered. Even though he's definitely not well mannered, he's a fucking asshole. But yeah, no, anything. He'll eat anything.
So I guess that is the answer to that one. All right.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Yes, next question. No.
No, actually, no. Yes. And, yes. Yes to both, I think. They still have,
it's so complicated.
They're not over it.
So, I'll talk about this in the Alicia video, I guess a bit more in depth, but basically what fucking happened was that Laurel was doing the training with Hunter behind Cassandra's back, and Cassandra kind of has this really weird thing, which I don't like about characters, I've noticed, is that she has this problem where it's like, but it's like, I guess it's kind of ironic the way I do it. She's like, okay, well, I'm kind of being railroaded in life, and I lament about it, but not because she can't have anything, it's because she's like, well, you know, Laurel, why do you have aspirations if I can't? And, like, you know, you shouldn't have aspirations because we're not allowed to. Like, kind of weird psychology with her. Yeah. So, basically, Cassandra's really pissed because, like, she, like... It's really... I'm going to explain this, but it's not going to make any sense. Like... It's like, she wanted Laurel in her life because Laurel was like her one normal friend, you know, and then Laurel was kind of growing her own spine, and Cassandra didn't really like that because that would mean that Laurel is not in her life anymore. Now, obviously, they could have stayed friends if, you know, Cassandra was normal, but, like, that never crossed her mind that we could just stay friends anyway. Oh, what are you doing?
I want to get out for a second because I want to get another drink.
You're gonna get another drink? Okay.
I'm thirsty. I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to interrupt you. That's why I was just kind of nudging you. I'm sorry.
Pour hot soup in my life. Cassandra's hate of battling definitely comes from Laurel's love of it. It definitely comes from that. That's where it's. Can you get me another drink too? Yeah. That's where it absolutely stems from.
We only have one drink in the fridge right now.
So. No, you can take the cold one. Oh, God, this is hard to answer. It's hard because I can use so many words to describe what in the fuck happens between those two, and it's just weird. So many words. Okay. It's not, yeah. Okay. Okay, I guess, what kind of answer?
Do you help?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah, because, like, I think I'm just answering the question too complexly, but, like, I don't, like, what do you want from me?
No, it's almost 12, so...
You're almost 12.
I'm almost 12, and what is
You're
this?
You're almost 12.
And what is this? Alright, let me sit back down. Ooh.
Yeah, their falling out definitely was about that, and I think, and yeah, Cassandra kind of resented it because it was the reason that Laurel left her, basically.
Yeah.
And Laurel is kind of, she's in a really weird position where she's like, Cassandra's like,
that wouldn't be louder than it was.
Laurel's kind of in a weird situation where it's like, you know, Cassandra is like, she needs a friend who's normal because she doesn't have any friends, and as far as she knows, she doesn't have any friends. Cassandra has friends, but they're all fucking weird.
Yeah.
We'll get to her friends. They're weird.
The friends that she has, she probably doesn't want.
She hates her friends. The only normal thing in her life is Brontes. That's it. And so Laurel's kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place with Cassandra, because Laurel's like, I want Cassandra in my life, but Cassandra's also a fucking nutcase, and we can't speak without her fucking losing her mind about something. Because basically they had their falling out because Cassandra ratted out to Laurel's parents about the battling thing, and then they didn't speak, as I mentioned in the one thing. I touched on it very briefly, but they had spoken like a decade prior to the start of the story or something like that.
Yeah,
like
something like that.
And again, they had a very major argument. It was very bad. And since then they haven't spoken. And so Laurel's kind of like, I wish I could have a normal relationship with her.
But I can't.
Yeah, and Cassandra's also like, I wish I could be friends with her, but I'm also insane. Like, kind of.
They both wish it was different, but it's the way it is, and I feel like they've both kind of accepted, like kind of in a way accepted that it's probably not gonna change.
Yeah.
In their own ways, they've come to terms with that a little bit.
Yeah.
It's probably not good that they have, but that's how it is right now. I think
they can't reconcile their differences because one of them is insane. It's Cassandra. It's all her. If you ask, it's all her. Laurel did nothing wrong. Laurel did absolutely nothing wrong.
Hashtag Laurel did nothing wrong.
Laurel didn't do anything wrong. Also, I would say Cassandra did nothing wrong, but she definitely did a lot of things wrong.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Now I'm fucking up. So.
No, she literally did do nothing wrong.
Yes.
And yeah, their relationship is complicated and definitely won't be touched upon at any point. Definitely not. No, never.
No. By which we mean yes. We'll get to that one.
Yes.
Speaking of which,
immensely jealous. Very jealous.
Yeah. Again, for like, not even necessarily because she would want to battle. Because that's not it. It's just the fact that, like...
No, that's the thing. So I was about to say, like, I don't think she had any aspirations to battle.
No, never.
No,
but she's just mad that she has something that she actively wanted, and, like... It's basically just, like, a jealousy sort of thing.
Yeah,
like,
she's extremely
jealous.
Like,
you have a thing that you wanted, and I could never have the things that I wanted myself.
I could never even think to want. That's her thing. Like, she's... Because that's her thing. Her psychology is that she could never even want to want something. Like, she's that backwards in the way that she thinks. She feels like she could never even humor the thought of wanting a thing that wasn't already planned out for her. So it's like Laurel gets to have something and want to have something and get it. Like, what the fuck's up with that? Kind of shit.
Yeah.
So no, immensely jealous is the short answer.
Yeah. But yeah, you're gonna get more into that on the video.
Yeah, probably. I think I already said a lot of it, but that's kind of that's the short version of it.
All right. Now for a much easier question.
Yes.
Yeah. Probably.
One was kind of scary looking. So Clementine would probably be a little bit nervous of him at first, but like
they'd get along.
Oh, they definitely get along. He's the coolest guy. He's gentle.
Yeah. He's not at all what he looks like.
No, he looks like a really, really tough punk dude, but like
he's not.
He's a real sweetheart. He's really funny. You'll like him. You'll really, really like him. He's adorable. He's one of my faves. Like low key, he's one of my faves.
So and that leads into the next question. Hold on, if I can.
What have you done?
Which leads to the next question, which, can you guys make character videos like Hattie is doing? Yes! Now, if the question was, will you guys make character videos like Hattie is doing, then the answer would be, maybe.
I'll punch you. You're gonna do it.
I am gonna do it.
That was
a joke.
You're both gonna do it. I'm gonna beat the shit out of both of you.
I am gonna do it. It's just that I've been dying. Not really, but I keep meaning to. I keep forgetting to.
Actually, you know what? Do you want to be there for my Alicia video? Because Brontes is your character.
Sure.
Yeah, probably.
Honestly, like I was gonna ask if you wanted just to be in mine.
Yeah, no, I'll be in yours. I'll help you. You can bounce off of me.
Yeah, because like I would prefer doing that because like despite how much I talk to myself and talk by myself, when it comes to like actually like gathering my thoughts, I'm not actually that good at
Yeah,
it.
no, because because I was gonna start including you in the videos anyway, because like some of the parents are yours or some of the siblings are yours. Or...
Yeah. So the answer is yes, and to answer, will you guys make videos? The answer is also yes. I was just being an asshole. I'm sorry.
You better. I'm gonna beat you.
All right. So I guess that is the last question because there weren't 30. I lied. There was only 29. Now let's go over the things that you mentioned.
Salem is the Phantom?
Yeah, the Phantom.
Yes.
Hold on a second. So we have... Okay.
Yeah, Salem is the Phantom.
There we go.
I like Willow, because that's also a plant.
It's a tree.
I was about to say it's a tree, isn't
it's
it?
A
yeah.
tree. Yeah.
I like that. That's
which works, because trees and Phantom, so, All right. So,
let's go over the change.
That's fine.
Yeah,
that's good.
Fine.
We that gets our stamp of approval there.
Yes.
You're evoking her shininess.
Oops! Too many red-eyed purple OCs. Oh no!
I mean, I don't see any of them here, Damon.
I'm so sorry.
Well, I mean, it's not like he hasn't been that way since like day one, though.
That's true, but
I'm actually trying to think, because I was like, there's Damon and there's Clementine, and I'm like, what other characters are there? Because I was actually really trying to think.
Hold on. Desmond, I think, has red eyes.
Does he? I thought he had yellow. Because I'm like really.
Oh yeah, he has yellow eyes. You're right.
Because I'm really trying to think.
I think it's just those two. I think it's just Clementine and Damon. It feels like there's more.
There probably is some, and we're probably forgetting.
We're probably just blanking really hard.
Yeah.
Candace has golden eyes. And she probably has golden eye. Oh, Elizabeth has red eyes, and she has purple hair. Oh, Lillian! She has red eyes and purple hair.
Yeah, I guess there's more.
Yeah.
I guess there's more than we thought, but that's fine. Either way, that's fine.
Yeah, no, we just thought that was funny that you pointed it out because we were immediately like, uh-oh, what have we done?
But yeah, it's fine. It's good. I like the purple coloring, but I can see why you would change it. That's fine. That is a valid reason.
Yeah, it's fine. Rip Penny. She got Thanos.
Yep, she's gone. Rip. And related to that, that is perfectly fine, perfectly good. We will take that into account for the placement thing. And this one is also...
I kind of liked her name being Cassandra also, though, just like as like a way of like the universe flipping off Laurel.
Yeah.
Like, I kind of like that. I thought that was really funny, but I can see why you do that. And also, here's a very, very big note. I think I'll bring that. I don't think I'd... Actually, no, I wouldn't even have a way to segment into that. Or segue into that.
I do appreciate the pun here.
What's the pun?
Because it's mouse. You didn't even realize that yet?
Nope. Didn't. But, Clementine's mom went by Cassie for short. Never call Cassandra that. Mother Rotom, never. Don't. Just don't do it. Absolutely never do that. It's like calling Clementine Clemmy, let's say. Triggering. Don't do that.
Yes.
Never. So yeah, that's kind of why I was okay with it, but I see why you'd change it either way.
Yes.
I'm a little disappointed, but it's like, it's more in like a, oh, now I don't get to dick around Laurel. Aw.
Oh, well. You'll live.
Yeah,
You do enough of that anyways.
Yeah, I dick around my characters enough.
Alright, so let me just get rid of this so it's back to your thing. That's it. That's all the questions. That's all the notes that we got tonight. If you have comments or further questions, you want to have another one of these, be sure to ask them and we will
ask any booster-related questions in PMs.
Well, I mean, if we're gonna answer them here, then Plot can see anything anyways.
I can just tell him not to watch it.
This is true. Either way.
Oh, I thought I forgot to edit Sakiko's coin out. No, that's just Rolly's little anime star because she's fucking anime girl.
Yes. But yeah, yeah. If you have any further questions, do ask them because
this was really fun.
I had fun.
Yes.
I had a good time with this.
Even though most of it was me going, "Oh, how do I answer this?"
But it was good. It was fun. I liked it. So again, if you have more, be sure to ask them, and we will answer them, and we will continue to badly answer any questions that are aimed at Plot because we're jerks like that.
Yeah, we're just assholes. Speaking of Plot, he's PMing me.
Yeah. I should probably do that. Anyways, I think that's it. You got any last words? Any last things to add?
Cassandra's my favorite parent, OC. Please give her a chance.
Did Plot want to add anything? Your questions badly. Okay. We will wait for Plot's response for a second.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so we just talked to Plot, and he's free to do a video tomorrow. So we're actually gonna figure out roommates, and then
and we'll do that in the same video.
We're gonna probably do that in the same video. So you will get your answers then. Until then, Say's arm got eaten by a shark.
Say's arm got eaten by a shark,
which apparently exists. And on that note...
Yes. Yeah, no, I just wanted to end off with please give Cassandra a chance. She's a really good character. I really like her a lot. Please give her a chance.
Hashtag Cassandra apparently also did nothing wrong.
No, okay, no, she definitely did a hell of a lot wrong. She's not perfect.
Alright. But that's for another time. Much like us, will also be for another time.
Yes.
So we hope you enjoyed sitting through an hour and a half of us rambling about our things, and there will be plenty more where that came from. You asked for this. Alright.
You asked for this.
So, we will see you on the next video.
Yes, which will be soon.
And hopefully we will actually be online when you're online next time. So, yeah. Alright. Goodbye and good night, probably.
Good night.
Alright. Good night.